Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Cik Ilhan Haiqal bin Cik Muhammad Faizal from class 80110 5G. Today I will present my final presentation of FPA 310. My industrial training place is at Pusat Pembiakan dan Pengeluaran Benih Bukit Go. My faculty supervisor name is Miss Nur Masriyah binti Hamzah. So let's check out the next slide. Okay, for company background, this industrial training place is located at Bukit Go, which is about 20 kilometers from Kuantan City. This industrial training place plan land settlement developed by the state government through an agriculture center. The main activity here is grafting of tree seedling. This place also offers many saplings to local users. This place also provide sale that will be conducted every Monday and Thursday for anyone who want to buy the seedling from this Bukit Go Agriculture Center. They have 21 staff who work in their department. The various facilities are also provided at this place, which is canteen for people to eat and also a large meeting room to facilitate the administration of this place. Thank you. This is the organization chart at my industrial training place that lead by Encik Zulkifli bin Ghazali. So this is the mission at my industrial training place. Provide quality and effective service to agriculture entrepreneurs through the application of the latest technology and agriculture regulatory services to increase production capacity and ensure the safety of the country agriculture sector. For the vision towards creating a competitive agriculture industry, production of quality products, safe and environmentally friendly and export oriented. This is summary of tasks at my training industrial place. For the first week, first activity that I do is communal work, second manuring, and third hypocoty grafting. For the second week, first activity that I do is bud grafting, side grafting, approach grafting, sowing seed, land clearing, patch budding, air layering, and harvesting pepper. For the third week, we only do one activity, which is manuring, because our boss want to focus at manuring in this week. In that week, for week 4, first activity that I do is manuring, land clearing, cleaning seed, clear fallen tree, transplant, and sowing seed. For the 5th week, we only just 2 activity, which is parasite removing and air layering. For the final week, we also do 2 activity, which is pruning and loading polybag. So this is the first main activity that I provide in this slide, which is hypocoty grafting. Date that I do this activity is 18 August 2022. Location is at nursery. Objective of the activity is to multiply plants identical to the parent plant. Second objective is to increase the growth rate of seedling. The material that I use in this activity is grafting knife, double-edged blade, plastic wrap, and plastic tape. No equipment used in this activity. For the procedure in this activity is, first, slash the bottom of the scion into pointy waist shape with 2 flat seed using 2-edged blade. And the second is cut the top of your rootstock towards the top of hypocoty, then press blade slowly. Put the waist cut shape of your scion into the cut, and lastly secure it with using plastic tape and cover it with using plastic wrap. Outcome of activity is knife and blade that we use must be sharp. All equipment we use need to be clean first. because in grafting activity, the hypocoty is so sensitive. For the costing, first material that I use is plastic wrap. Unit use is 1. RM per unit is 4 ringgit. Total 4 ringgit. Plastic tape, I only use 1. RM per unit is 2 ringgit and total 2 ringgit. So total cost for this activity is just 6 ringgit. Okay, the second main activity that I do in this industry training place is bud grafting. Date of I do this activity is 18 August 2022. Location is still at nursery. Objective of this activity is to multiply plant identical to the parent plant and to increase the growth rate of seedling. The material that I use in this activity is also grafting knife and plastic tape. No equipment used in this activity. So the procedure: first, cut the bark out of stems starting from the horizontal cut downward using grafting knife. Okay, the second, select buds from selected durian parent tree. And the third is place the durian buds to the window part of waiting tree from step 1. And lastly, when the position of bud is good, then we need to secure it with plastic tape and make sure the plastic tape not cover the bud, because we still need air. For the costing, we only just use one material, which is plastic tape. Unit use is 1. RM per unit 2 ringgit. Total 2 ringgit. So the total cost is 2 ringgit. Outcome of activity is the cover plastic tape cover the bud. It will slow down the process. Selected bud is the important thing in this grafting. So the third main activity is side grafting. The date of I do this activity is 19 August 2022. Location is still at nursery. Objective of this activity is to make sure the growth rate of seedling is increased and to ensure can optimize cross-pollination and pollination. List of material in this activity is grafting knife, plastic tape, and the equipment that we use in this activity is double-edged blade. Okay. Next, we will go to the procedure. First, cut across 1 per tree of the circumference of the trunk of the waiting tree. Choose scion from the selected parent tree according to the need of the seedling. And third, slice the bottom of the scion into the pointy waist shape with 1 long side and 1 short side. And lastly, insert the scion into the bark of the waiting tree and secure it with a plastic tape. So the costing of this activity is we just use one material, which is plastic tape. We use it 1. RM per unit is 2 ringgit, so total 2 ringgit. Total cost only RM 2 ringgit. Outcome of this activity is we secure the scion because we don't want the scion hit by rain of water. The result of this grafting we can see after 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, the next main activity is approach grafting. The date of I do this activity is 22 August 2022. Location is still at nursery. Objective of this activity is to make sure we know how to make approach grafting and to learn more knowledge about propagation of durian tree. Material that I use in this activity is grafting knife, and the equipment that I use in this activity is plastic tape and ice cream plastic. For the procedure, first, take 2 mother plants and make sure the diameter of the trunk of each plant is the same. Second, cut 2 or 3 inches of a slice of the bark at each tree until the green part of the rootstock appears using a grafting knife. Third, 2 cut area bound tightly together. And lastly, wrap completely with 2 covers around the area where the 2 areas are in contact. So the costing for this activity is we use only two material, which is plastic tape and ice cream plastic. Unit use of plastic tape is 1. RM per unit RM, total RM. Ice cream plastic unit use is 1. RM per unit is RM, total RM. So total cost is RM. Outcome of activity is, first, the advantages of this grafting is to strengthen the root. And second, remove of the top portion of the foliage will encourage more rapid healing of a grafted union. Okay, so for the last main activity that I provided in my slide is air layering. Date of I do this activity is 25 August 2022. The location that I do this activity is farm site, which is fruit farm. Objectives of this activity is to learn more knowledge about air layering technique. Second, to ensure tree can be propagated well. List of material that I use in this activity is grafting nest and rope. List of equipment that I use in this activity is GP7 and plastic bag. So we will go to the procedure. First, soak GP7 in a bucket with water. Second, make 2 rings and remove the bark branch between the rings and leave it for a few days. After a few days, place the GP7 on the branch and wrap the GP7 with a plastic bag and tie it tightly with a raffia rope. The costing, we only buy 2 material, which is GP7 and plastic bag. GP7 that I use in this activity is 4. RM per unit RM, so total RM. Plastic bag unit use is 1. RM per unit RM, so total RM. The total cost is only RM for this activity. Outcome of this activity is roots will grow in the clod of soil within 2 to 3 weeks or 1 to 3 months. The growing tree from this technique usually not tall. So, for the conclusion, during my industry training place at Pusat Pembiakan dan Pembenahan Bukit Go, I have learned so many things for the future use. Here, focusing more on tree propagation, I also think that this place is very suitable for anyone who want to open a nursery because the concept here is the same as a nursery. I also hope that all the workers in this place are always in good health because the treatment they give to the practical student is very good. All the knowledge I have gained will be put to the good use. The training on the tree grafting given here is very useful because we can learn more ways to generate a side income by doing this tree grafting. However, the industry training here brought me one step forward in the field of agriculture, even though I still lack knowledge in the field of agriculture. So this is my recommendation. So first recommendation is building an effective shelter for industry student. This is because the construction of a more effective schedule for practical student will be able to help practical students feed their time more efficiently. Second, addition of other tree species in this place because the commission. This is some references that I made to complete my logbook and final report. That's it from me. Thank you.